Hi, within this lecture we're going to cover something called special methods. And special methods are actually built-in methods that are predefined before, and we have seen some of the special methods. We have seen the init method, right? So it gets called whenever an instance is created. So let me create a new Python notebook from here, and let me zoom in a little bit and then change the name to special methods. And this can be called dunder methods or magic methods as well. So let me create a new class and tell you all about it in this example class. And I'm going to call this fruits, and within inside, of course, I will just start by writing down my first special method, which is init method. Okay, I have to say self. Then let me just give a name to my fruit and then a calorie as well. So we will just get name and the calories, and I will say self.name is name and self.calories are actually the calories. Okay, so we expect two inputs from the user. Let me just create this class in here, and let me create a new instance and tell you later on. So this is my fruit. If I just hit shift enter, it will just give me an error because I didn't specify a name. So name will be a banana and the calories will be 200. So if I call my fruit, I will see that this is inside my main. Okay, this is stored in a memory at a location like this. So if I call my fruit dot, I will only see the calories and the name. So if I call calories, of course I cannot execute it. I have to call this way, then I will see 200. But what if I want to print my calories or my fruit? Then I will get a message like this. So this is like this is saved here, and if I just say len my fruit, then I will get an error saying that this fruit has no len method. Okay, but I have this in other instances, right? So if I create a list, for example, like a, b, and 1 or 3, then I can call print my list and it will print out the list itself, right? And we have seen this before, we have used this before. If I call len my list, it will just calculate the numbers of elements inside a list. So I get 3 as an output. But how do I get this print and len function built in special methods inside my class? So I have to use these magic special methods in order to specify what will happen when the user calls print and len. So in order to write down the print, I have to use something called str. So let me say self and like this. So whatever you write below this str special method, it will get executed when you call print my fruit. So whenever you call print, it will just look for a special representation, string representation of the related instance, and you specify what will be the string representation of that instance inside of that special str method in here. So you can write down whatever you want, and let me just do it like this. If you call str my list, you will get the same result as print my list, because print looks for the string representation of the class of an instance. So if I say print example in here, it will just write out example, or you can say, of course, return example as well. It will return this. Okay, so let me just say shift enter, and if I hit shift enter, as you can see, we get out the example in here. So what if you want to say the name and the calories of this the related instance, particular instance? Of course, you have to use this formatting thing that we have seen. Just start with F, then the quotation marks here, and you say name, and this has something calories. Okay, so you write down calories in here as well. So it will be like banana has 200. Okay, and if I hit shift enter, now it gives me an error because the name is not defined. You have to say self.name and self.calories, of course. So let me hit shift enter once more, and now I have banana has 200. Now I have defined this. I have specified that you have to print out this when you say print my fruit. Okay, so you can just write down whatever you want in here. And for len, all you have to do is just say df len self, and in here you can return anything you want as well. For example, you can just call self.calories. Okay, so now if I rerun all of this, and below here if I call my fruit or len my fruit, then I will get the calories. And of course you can just say hello as well, but it has to be relevant because it won't make sense. So maybe you are thinking right now, how do I know these special methods? Okay, there has to be more than one, right? So if you go to Google and if you just search for special methods of Python, or Python special methods, Python dunder methods, magic methods, and if you hit enter, as you can see there is a list of that. You can just go to any result in here and search for it. For example, as you can see, what are dunder methods? We see like init or str, they give the same examples as well, but if you go below you will see some other examples in here. So you can look for the other dunder methods and just search and take whatever you need at that particular class. Okay, so we have plenty of them, as you can see, and I suggest you Google that out and search for it. So let's stop here, and within the next lecture we're going to see how to handle errors.